Donald Trump, the first president to be impeached twice, is now the first former president to face criminal charges. We don't know the exact charges, but we do know the focus is hush money payments to porn star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. Security around the courthouse in downtown Manhattan has been heightened. Trump is expected to turn himself in next week, and we're going to talk to Trump's attorney in just a moment. Chief Washington correspondent John Carl, who has known and covered Trump for more than 2 decades, starts us off. Good morning, John.
Good morning, George. The Manhattan DA's office has already reached out to Trump's legal team to make arrangements for him to be processed here in New York as a criminal defendant next week. Sources familiar with those conversations tell ABC News he is likely to travel here to turn himself in as early as Tuesday.
It's an historic first. A former president indicted, a current presidential candidate to face criminal charges against the backdrop of a presidential campaign. Multiple sources tell ABC News the grand jury voted to indict Trump on charges in connection with a hush money payment made to porn star Stormy Daniels shortly before the 2016 presidential election. The details of the charge and the indictment itself remain under seal until Trump is arraigned in court. The investigation by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg has focused on the $130,000 paid to Stormy Daniels to conceal the alleged affair, and whether documents were falsified and campaign finance laws violated. Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, admitted to helping arrange the payment and was among those who testified to the grand jury earlier this month.
This is not revenge, right? What this is about accountability. He needs to be held accountable for his dirty deeds.
Cohen pleaded guilty to federal campaign finance violations in 2018 related to the Stormy Daniels payment and also to lying to Congress on another Trump matter. Cohen spent more than a year in prison and another year and a half in home confinement. In recent weeks, the former president has repeatedly lashed out at the New York district attorney, warning of potential death and destruction if he was indicted and urging his supporters to protest.
From the beginning, it's been one witch hunt and phony investigation after another.
For the most part, Republicans, even some of Trump's potential rivals for the 2024 nomination, have had harsh words for the Manhattan District Attorney and the indictment.
The unprecedented indictment of a former president of the United States on a campaign finance issue is an outrage.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis blasted the indictment as un-American and went so far as to say he would not assist in any request to extradite Trump to face charges, although no such request has been made and Trump is expected to turn himself in. But one potential Republican presidential candidate, former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson, recently said that Trump should drop out of the race if he were to be indicted. The former president's lawyers, though, are vowing to vigorously fight the charges in court.
As for Trump himself, he has responded to the indictment with a lengthy written statement calling himself, quote, completely innocent, and adding, this is a political persecution and election interference at the highest level in history. George, the campaign, though, has already started to raise money off this indictment, sending out fundraising appeals within minutes of the news of the indictment breaking.
Any sense of how he's really feeling about this?
There's no question he's concerned about this. I mean, there's a lot of bravado about how this is going to help his campaign. This guarantees he's going to win the nomination. But he has been consumed with this possibility for weeks. It's basically all he's been able to talk about with his top aides.
John Carl, thanks.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.